హలో స్టూడెంట్స్ మన క్లాస్కి స్వాగతం వెల్కమ్ టు ద క్లాస్ ఈరోజు మనం క్లాస్ 8 మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ పవర్ ప్లే చాప్టర్ నుంచి ఒక చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ కవర్ చేస్తున్నాం we're going to solve the figure it out 2.1 exercises completely. Get your pens and notebooks ready because we are going to have some fun with maths today.
Take a look at these questions on the screen. These are the exact problems from your textbook that we're going to conquer together in this lesson, every single one of them. Mira notebook lo rayandi. Carefully write them down and observe how we solve each one step by step. So, here is our plan for today. First, expressing exponential forms. Then, the prime factorization method. And finally, finding numerical values. Let's jump right in. Section 1, Question 1, Expressing exponential forms. Okay, step by step, Chadam. Let's look at the first one. 6 into 6 into 6 into 6. Just count the repeated base. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the base is 6, and since it repeats 4 times, the exponent is 4. Remember, we don't add them, we are multiplying. So our final answer is 6 to the power of 4. Simple, right? For the second one, y into y is simply y squared. And the third one, b into b into b into b becomes b to the power of 4. Students, questions chala easy, right? Now let's look at combinations. Fourth bit, 5 into 5 into 7 into 7 into 7. Here, we just group the identical bases together. The 2 5s become 5 squared, and the 3 7s become 7 cubed. So it's 5 squared into 7 cubed. Moving on to the fifth bit, 2 into 2 into a into a. That gives us 2 squared into a squared. Finally, the sixth bit. Count carefully here. We've got 3 a's, 4 c's, and 1 d. Multiply them out to get a cubed into c to the power 4 into d. Remember, we never skip steps, just count carefully and group them up. Moving right along to question 2, prime factorization method. Our first number here is 648. Since it's an even number, we always start dividing by the smallest prime, which is 2. 648 divided by 2 is 324. By 2 again is 162. And by 2 again is 81. We divided by 2 3 times, giving us 2 cubed. Now 81 is not an even number, so let's switch to 3. 81 goes down to 27, then 9, then 3, then 1. That's 4 times. So 3 to the power of 4. Combine them together, and our final answer is 2 cubed into 3 to the power of 4. Excellent. Next up is 405. Observe the number carefully. It ends in 5, so Madam 5 to start chestum. We start with 5. 405 divided by 5 gives 81. That is exactly 1 5, so 5 to the power of 1. Now we actually already know 81 from our previous calculation. We divide by 3 repeatedly down to 1, giving us 3 to the power of 4. We track our divisions meticulously and combine them to confidently arrive at 3 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 1. Third bit, 540. Let's build the factors together. Answer guess Chayendi. Go on, try guessing it. Start with 2. 540 by 2 is 270. By 2 again is 135. So we have 2 squared. Very good. Now, 135 ends in 5, so divide by 5 to get 27. That is 5 to the power of 1. Finally, 27 divided by 3 repeatedly gives us 3 cubed. Put it all together for our final answer, 2 squared into 3 cubed into 5 to the power of 1. Now for a really big number, 3,600. Don't worry at all, just follow the exact same steps. Divide by 2 repeatedly, 3,600 down to 1,800, then 900, 450, and 225. That's 4 times, so 2 to the power of 4. Now, 225 ends in 5. Divide by 5 to get 45, and again by 5 to get 9. That gives us 5 squared. Finally, 9 is 3 times 3, so 3 squared. Look at our final answer, 2 to the power of 4 into 3 squared into 5 squared. I absolutely applaud your focus here, tackling such a big number perfectly. All right, moving to question 3, finding numerical values. Let's look at the first 2 bits. First, 2 into 10 cubed. What exactly is 10 cubed? It's 1,000. So, 2 into 1,000 equals 2,000. Very straightforward. Second, 7 squared into 2 cubed. Let's expand them separately. 7 squared is 49, 2 cubed is 8. Now multiply 49 by 8. Finding 49 and 8 separately first makes multiplying them together so much easier, giving us 392. Let's check out the third and fifth bits. Third, 3 into 4 to the power of 4. First, let's explicitly show the math for 4 to the power of 4. That is, 4 into 4 into 4 into 4, which is 256. Then multiply 256 by 3 to get 768. Always keep your calculations neat to prevent those simple errors. Fifth bit, 3 squared into 10 to the power of 4. 3 squared is 9. 10 to the power of 4 is 10,000. So 9 into 10,000 gives us exactly 90,000. Now please pay close attention to this incredibly important rule. ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది mistake చేస్తారు. A lot of students make mistakes here, so listen carefully. If you have a negative integer and you raise it to an even power, like 2 or 4, the answer becomes positive. But if you raise a negative integer to an odd power, like 3 or 5, the answer remains negative. Let's actually apply this. Let's apply that exact rule to the fourth bit, minus 3 squared into minus 5 squared. Look at the powers. Both are 2. Is 2 even or odd? It's even, right! So both bases safely become positive. Minus 3 squared becomes a positive 9. Minus 5 squared becomes a positive 25. Now just calculate 9 into 25, which beautifully equals 225. Final question, the sixth bit. Minus 2 to the power of 5 into minus 10 to the power of 6. Carefully check the powers here. 5 is an odd power, so minus 2 to the power of 5 actually stays negative. 2 to the power of 5 is 32, so it becomes minus 32. But 6 is an even power, so minus 10 to the power of 6 turns into a positive 1 million. Finally, multiply minus 32 by 1 million. And our final answer is minus 32 million. Excellent job, students. Congratulations! You have successfully completed all the problems in Figure It Out 2.1. Now, I have a challenge for you. Pause Chasey, miru try Chandy. Pause this lesson, close your textbook, and try solving all these questions in your notebook completely independently. See how much you actually remember. Practice is the absolute key to mastering mathematics. But before we go, think about this. If raising a negative number to an odd power keeps it negative, what happens when our exponent itself is a negative number? Ponder on that, and we'll unlock that mystery in our next class.